I'm back with the next part of our Peasant to Emperor series, and today we are going to attempt to finally get rid of Vlandia. I feel like a record stuck on repeat. The amount of times I have said we're going to get rid of Vlandia, and it just keeps going on and on and on. But we're on a bit of a time restriction right now. We need to somehow march south and take these last two settlements. That's it. That's all Vlandia has left before they're eliminated. But if we take a look at the diplomacy, I showed it at the end of the last video, but the Britannian kingdom is on the verge of signing peace with them. And if we sign peace with them, we're going to have to wait till another war just to finish them off. So we are going to have to march now. There is no time to rest after our previous battle. We just have to run as fast as we possibly can, get south, take the territory, and destroy the Vlandians. And okay. For a moment, I thought that was about to be make peace. Hang on a minute. A lot of things are popping up right now. We have to vote for the new owner, that's fine. We have a ransom offer, that's fine. And we have a conspiracy caravan, that's also fine. Okay. There is a Vlandian army here currently raiding a village, but we're just going to ignore them. We're going to run past. I don't have time to deal with them. We're going to have to leave the others, hopefully clean up and protect the village. We can vote for the owner quickly. It could go to us. If I don't vote, they may give it to us anyway. But if we take a quick look at the territory right now, I have this castle, that settlement, that settlement. I don't have that castle actually. Or I have that one, I have that one, I have that one. We kind of own a lot of land. We even own a couple to the south as well. I am partially tempted though to like give these ones away. I don't really want to be in the south with the Asurite. I'm happy with my little corner of the map up here. But enough of that. As I said, we are on a timer. We have to run. Oh no. No. Not make peace with the Vlandians. Damn you. We can't. We can't make peace. The Britannians and the Vlandians are no longer enemies. Really? Have you really forced us into another peace with Vlandia? Are we really going to allow them to live when this is all they have? We were 2 attacks away from just bringing an end to them forever. Well, my day has officially been ruined. We marched as quick as we could. We tried bringing them down. I'm going to have to disband the army. There's no point keeping them around anymore. And now I'm going to have to march east in order to crush the Empire. I have no choice but to take my anger out on them instead. And we have our first target to take down. It is a small Empire army that is trying to take one of our castles. There's only 8 lords here and they don't have a lot of soldiers. We have almost double their number and we're just going to go in, eliminate them and then find our next target. Alright archers, line up and eliminate the enemy. I've left the infantry behind. We don't really need them at the moment since we have our allies' infantry. But the 2 shield walls have headed into a head-on collision. I don't know who's going to come out the victor. But we are going to assist the men. Do the Empire have superior infantry? I'm not entirely sure. Have I actually done anything this battle? I feel like I'm swinging my sword, but it's not hitting anything. Maybe we'll have better luck with the bow. Okay, I just shot a teammate. You know what? I'm starting to think that this battle's a bit of a write-off. It's the first battle of the day. We'll put it down to, we haven't warmed up yet. I guess we move on to the next target. With the position of the Northern Empire, I'm not even too sure why we were so desperate to go to war with them. The closest they are to our border is this settlement here, and even then, it's divided by Sturgia, so it makes no sense to jump over Sturgia to take Northern Empire territory. They do have this one settlement down the bottom that is on our border, so I suppose this should probably be our target. If we can take this settlement from them, that'll be at least something, but I really just don't understand the purpose of this war. why we have been dragged into this. Caladog, what were you thinking, my friend? I've called in some backup to assist me with taking this settlement, but it's going to be a few days till they arrive. Meanwhile, there's an army of about 350 running circles around us. You could join the siege, lads. I'm not stopping you. You can help, you know. I don't mind the extra assistance. Why do I get the impression that they're going to join the siege near the end when we've done all the heavy lifting? Hold on a minute. Is that Caladog? What's he doing here? And he's taken over the siege. Okay, well, I guess we're under Caladog's orders now. Alright, we're gonna have to take a moment, I think. I've had enough of this game. I'll be honest with you. The AI, they've driven me insane. I can't be with the Battanians anymore. I don't understand their decision making. I don't understand what's going on. But there's now a vote to declare war on Sturgia. Why? Why are we doing this? We have no reason to go into another war. I mean, I know Sturgia is closer to our land, so it probably would have been better to have gone to war with them before the Northern Empire. But now that we're at war with the Northern Empire, why are we going into another war with Sturgia now? If we can we vote against the clans? If I use all my influence, it's meaningless. We're going to war with Sturgia. Great. I mean, look how many Battanians are currently in the south, away from Sturgia. You've started a war with an enemy while almost 3,000 of our soldiers are on the other side of the map. That's not a wise decision. But enough rambling, we're just going to have to focus on what's in front of us, and that is this settlement. We've launched the attack, we're going to charge the enemy. We don't have any towers or a ram, we're going to have to use the ladders. But I think we managed to destroy some of their siege defenses. They have one catapult and a ballista. But we are now going to have to charge the settlement. Okay, that was a close one. There's a ballista firing at me. I think the archers have managed to take down the guy using the ballista, which is great because that flew right over my head. Since we have no towers or rams, we're going to make a sprint for the ladders as soon as possible. We're not going to be hanging around in this siege. Which is a bit surprising for Caladog, to be honest with you. Normally he just builds the most randomest thing, like a single ram or something. But we're actually charging the enemy head on. The archers are aiming for me, which is a bit annoying. There's about 200 soldiers here. Oh! There were about 200 soldiers around here. Maybe I'll stand closer to this tower over here. We should be out of the range of the catapult. But we're gonna have to try and get inside and bring an end to the Empire, I guess. What I'm gonna do straight after this battle is probably focus on Sturgia. I don't really care about the Northern Empire right now, if I'm completely honest with you. But we need to get a move on. I need to make that catapult my top priority. Can I shoot while on the back of a ladder? Not really. Good to know. Where I need to get inside, go to the right side and eliminate the catapult. It's going to be a bit of a tough one though. The enemy are all around us. We have to keep pushing our way through. Make a gap for me, men. I am a man on a mission. I cannot stop until the enemy catapult has been eliminated. Okay, it should just be on this roof. And there it is. The catapult is mine. And with this catapult, I shall take one of your fire pots and kill the reinforcements. No Empire reinforcements will take down my men. I am now the human catapult. They shall learn to fear me. This is a pretty effective tactic. They're not even coming to reclaim the catapult. They don't really care that I'm throwing fire bombs at them from above. Okay, that one we missed a little bit. There is an archer behind me, so I should probably turn my attention to him. There we go. We have swiftly dealt with him. What is going on? Are we winning, lads, or are we not? I see a lot of Empire soldiers on the wall, and not many Battanians. What has happened here, then? Am I gonna have to travel down with my firebomb? Okay, you get a firebomb, my friend. And now, back to the battlefield. There are a load of archers around the wall here that we seem to have left alive. We should probably eliminate them. How did I miss that shot? There's an incoming rock. Okay, I think it is pretty much over now. I think we have finally won the battle. We have just taken the settlement. Caladog is giving us his thanks for saving him. And look at this. Truly, you are the best of friends. We're best buddies with High King Caladog. Nice. You know you've made it in life when the king himself considers you his best friend. Although that being said, I'm pretty sure technically we're his son-in-law anyway. So we are pretty much family. But now that we have taken that settlement, I am once again going to have to disband the army. And I am going to march north to fight the Sturgeons. We're kind of running all over the place right now. I run south to fight the Vlandians. We run east to fight the Empire. And now we're going north to Sturgia. But we better get running, men. We have quite the journey ahead of ourselves. Well, this is a little bit awkward. While we're on the road running to take down Sturgia, we see an Empire army of 800. They've just attacked our allies. Can we assist our allies? Or are they heavily outnumbered? I think we're going to have to go for it. We can't leave him on his own. We're going to have to join the battle. The numbers are quite even. And there are 10 Empire lords that we could take down in one go. We're running at the enemy at full speed. We're about to collide on the bridge up ahead, I think. There are 800 Empire soldiers, 800 Battanians. Who is going to come out the victor? The Battle of the Bridge has begun. I need to get my archers into position, I think. If we can get them slightly on the hill here and tell them to face the enemy, we will make our stand.
Archers, forward!
Into position, men. My infantry I left behind because I didn't think I'd need them for this battle, but maybe I should tell them to follow me. But it may be a little bit too late. They may not make it in time to join the battle. We're going to kill the bannerman. I hate seeing Empire banners flying across the battlefield. And also, I truly believe it lowers enemy morale if they see their bannerman fall. We're going to try to eliminate as many cavalry as we can. Empire cavalry can be truly scary at times. The infantry is coming over the hill now. Come, soldiers, quickly! We must march across the bridge and take down the Empire. The men need us. You know what? I'm gonna drop my shield. I am gonna pick up the Empire banner. Or can I not? Never mind. I was gonna pick up the banner and beat them with their own flag, but apparently I'm not allowed. And now I've just dropped my shield for no reason. Give me a sec, men. I'm just gonna have to pick up the shield. And now we attack. Take down the enemy. The bridge shall be ours. Do not back down, men. I have been stabbed. We have to keep going, though. I'm being shot at now. The enemy are trying to take me down. We've managed to successfully take the bridge, but enemy reinforcements are coming. Alright, soldiers, follow me. We need to regroup. We need to reform the lines in order to take down the enemy. We're just gonna have to fight as one and push up the hill. Hold on a minute. The enemy reinforcements are farmers. They dare bring farmers to the battlefield to fight one of Britannia's best commanders? Okay, I pushed the wrong button there, but we are going to have to tell the archers to charge. There's no point sitting that far back now across the bridge. If they can cross over and assist us, that would be great. I don't know how well our allies have done. I don't know if their army has been eliminated. It may just be me and the infantry making our final stand. Okay, men. We need to back off towards the bridge. We need to get reinforcements. We're outnumbered. Our allies have been cut down. I'm about to get taken down by a farmer. Never mind, the farmer backed off. Oh no. The men. We have been eliminated. But we have defeated the enemy army. It wasn't one of our strongest performances. I think I left the archers too far behind on the other side of the bridge, because they took down 90 enemies originally, which was probably mostly the cavalry, but once we marched across, I left them too far behind, they didn't assist us, and we got overwhelmed. Majority of my losses were all of my infantry. Well, I say majority of my losses, my only losses were my infantry. We're going to attempt to go north again. Maybe this time we'll actually make it and we won't get distracted by an enemy army. Caladog is also on the march north. They're going to be a little bit slower than us though, since there's over 1,000 of them marching. But now that we're at war with Sturgia, it means they're going to assemble an army to take one of our cities or castles. So we need to work out exactly which one. Where is this army going? And maybe we can cut them off, or we can at least defend the castle they're going for. But we need the information of where they are. Well, I never came across any Sturgian armies, and I saw this castle on its own, so I thought I'd launch an attack. We're currently building the siege equipment to take them down. There's no loads or anything, and the garrison is fairly weak. And now Caladog has arrived with his 1,500 soldiers. And the first thing he's going to do is take command of my siege. Watch him. Watch him use his power as king to overrule us. There you go. Caladog is now commanding the besiegers. I see how it is. And to make things worse, he's not even going to continue building the siege equipment. He's just going to launch the attack. I had a battle plan in my head. I had a foolproof strategy. And then Caladog comes along. Caladog, my friend, I know we're best buddies, but even I'm starting to question your tactics these days. But we are just going to have to run at the enemy at full speed again. We're just going to have to scale the ladders, get inside, crush them, and move on to our next target. We might be able to eliminate the enemy ballista. There we go. Someone else will probably take over the ballista shortly, but if I keep on top of it, we can stop them from using it. I won't be able to do much about the catapults though. The way catapults are positioned in this means that I don't really have a good angle on them. Ballistas, on the other hand, leave the user in the open and they're easy to take down. When will they learn? Whoever touches that ballista is dead. They're shooting me through all the little peepholes. I'm gonna have to fire back at them. I know you're in there. Damn sturgeons, man. They're like little ninjas running around all the different peepholes. Oh man, we're suffering heavy casualties from the catapults. I'm surprised there's still archers around the place. I thought their garrison was fairly weak and the militia shouldn't really put up a fight. This should be a straightforward battle. What's going on? Why haven't our archers taken down all of the... Hang on a minute. Time out. What are you doing outside your walls? Get back in. You fool. Alright, I think it's time we climb inside. We'll just focus on eliminating the archers on the rooftop, and the men should kill the rest of the soldiers around the place. And I think we're actually a little too late. The other soldiers have already eliminated all the rooftop archers. There is someone manning a catapult all the way over there though. Are we not concerned about that, folks? Should we not eliminate that guy? Okay, I think those two should have it under control. And that should be the castle. I don't think there's anything left. I'm not too sure what's going on right now. We seem to be at an awkward stalemate. There's one enemy soldier remaining on the battlefield and I have no idea where they are. I'm trying to look around for them, but I can't find them. And the soldiers are no longer moving. Where are you and why do I have to play a game of hide and seek? If I tell the men to charge... Hold on a minute. He's... okay. Really? Was that really what we were waiting for? I had to order you to charge. One of my archers just opens up the front door, cuts him in half, and we're done. Great. So after the battle, Caladog has marched deeper into Sturgeon territory. He's found his next target already, and I think we're going to have to help him with this one. He's probably going to suffer heavy losses. He's going to do the Caladog way, which is to just charge in blindly, so we need to help him out. Although that being said, this time he does have a ram and tower, but the enemy do have a full set of catapults. I feel like right now we're just on Caladog babysitting duty. It is our responsibility to make sure the king doesn't somehow get himself killed. But I don't know what we're going to do about those enemy catapults. The ram is probably going to get destroyed before it makes it there. Most of the catapults are at the front and they have a direct shot. As for the tower, it may get a bit luckier than the ram. But we are going to suffer heavy casualties. We've lost 60 soldiers already. 7 of those are... Hang on a minute. Majority of those are mine. What's going on? Damn you, Caladog. I agreed to assist you in battle. I agreed to fight till the end by your side. And you lead my men to their death. There's not much we can do about it now. We've already entered the battlefield. We can't back down now. We can only move forwards. That was close. It's never good when a fireball just suddenly like flies past your screen. We're trying to eliminate as many archers as we can. It's not going too well, to be honest with you. The enemy are proving to be a little bit tougher than expected. What are Sturgeon archers made out of? Huh, they're made out of battalions apparently. That explains why they've been hard to take down and they're putting up a fight. Sturgia realized in order to win this war, they had to hire the best of the best. Although if there's a lot of battalions defending this castle, does that mean this once belonged to us and we lost it at some point? Mind you, here I am waiting for the tower to arrive and I just realized it's gonna be a while. It's run into some technical difficulties, so we're gonna have to shift our way over. Surprisingly, the ram actually made it to the front gate. I thought it was going to be the other way around. I thought the ram was going to get destroyed while the tower made it, but I guess not. We're now just going to have to run through the front gate, try to get the soldiers inside. But we have suffered heavy casualties this battle. It has not been a great one. If we just team up on all of the enemies, fight them as a gang instead of fighting one-on-one. Hold on. Enemy reinforcements. They're all archers. We're going to have to just jump into the middle, force them to put their bows away. I'll take all the hits, men. They're clobbering me with their mallets, but if it stops the enemy from firing at you all, it's a risk I'm willing to take. As long as the enemy put their bows away, it's fine. That's all we want. We're still suffering heavy casualties from catapult fire. Why? Why have we not taken the catapults yet? That should have been the first thing we did. I think the last remaining soldiers are the ones on this rooftop using the catapult. And there they are. Killing all of our soldiers. And I think we're done. Too many men died in that battle. I lost 20 soldiers with 50 wounded. And out of those 20, 13 were my best archers. We need to recover from our battle wounds after that fight. It was a little bit more brutal than the usual battles we find ourselves in. We have 50 wounded soldiers. I'm close to death. But then I noticed in the corner a Sturgeon army is assembling. I don't know what they're up to. I don't know how big of an army they're planning on assembling. But we're going to have to try and put a stop to them. We can't allow them to build up an army that will launch counterattacks. And hold on a minute. An Empire army of 700 is on their way to take one of our castles. And there's a second army of 700? This is not good. I was so confident that we had crushed the Northern Empire that I turned all of my attention to Sturgia, and the Northern Empire have been assembling armies in the background. There are 1,500 Empire soldiers marching on our territory. Caladog, my friend, run. Run for your life. You're not going to survive this battle. The Sturgeon army, I don't know what they're planning either. The first of the Empire armies is planning on taking this castle that we had just conquered with Caladog. We're going to have to wait for some time. Maybe we can work with the defenders in taking them down. But hang on a minute, the second army is also coming. Oh no, what have I done? I have just joined the defenders in a battle against 1,500 Empire soldiers. Meanwhile, the Sturgeon army has slipped round the back and they're fleeing. What is going on? Maybe they're trying to launch a counterattack against our other army that's trying to besiege an enemy castle? It's all falling apart. If we don't defeat the Empire now, and if the others don't defeat the Sturgeons, we could end up losing in this war. We could end up forfeiting territory to the enemy. Our progress will be undone. Alright, soldiers. We're outnumbered. We're outmanned. I don't know how we're going to win this battle, but build the siege defenses as quick as possible. Caladog has come back, but it's not good enough. He only has half their number, and the enemy have launched their attack. They're going to try and scale the ladders. They don't have any towers or battering rams. It would have been ideal if they built that ram, because they wouldn't charge the ladders until the ram reached the front gates. But because they only have the ladders, they're going to try and breach the moment the battle begins. Alright, to the walls, men. I want every man with a weapon up on the walls. Even if you don't have a weapon, use your fists. I don't really care. We have to try everything we possibly can to defeat the Empire. The enemy are going to be running at us at full speed. We're going to have to try and put a stop to them. I'm trying to get to my ballista. I'll take the reins from here, my friend. Don't you worry. There are going to be a lot of them. I don't know how we're going to be able to defeat them. I don't know what the catapults will be able to achieve. If the catapults can somehow take down like 1,000 of them, that would be great. But in the early stages of the battle, we are going to inflict heavy casualties. But once they start making it inside the walls, the battle will soon turn around in their favor. The only thing we can do now is pray. Pray that we can defeat the enemy. Are the gods on our side? I don't know. I wonder if we give up the ballista, maybe there's more effective weaponry I can utilize. The enemy are starting to breach. Just hold the ladders, men. Don't give in to the Empire soldiers. There are rocks here. Maybe we can utilize some of these. The enemies are so closely huddled, I'm wondering if rocks can do more damage than a ballista. That seems to be fairly effective. We just need to hold the defenses, men. Do not give up. Hold back the enemy at all cost. I don't know how well the soldiers are holding back the enemy. We may have to assist them a little bit. The Empire have sent their elite inside, it looks like. These aren't your standard farmers. These are legionaries. The best of the best. I see a man with a banner, and you know what the rules are when it comes to bannermen. They die. Alright, men. Just keep the enemy at bay. We seem to be doing alright on this side. Reinforcements have arrived to help push them back. I don't know how the other side is holding. We'll take a quick look. I'll bring a rock with me for good luck. Why is the front gate open? Excuse me. Rock coming down. We need to get another one. If only we could move them a little closer. I'm still a little bit concerned that the front gate is wide open. Alright, my friend. You interrupted my rock throw. The battle seems under control for now. The Empire soldiers have bitten off more than they can chew. I don't think they realized funneling themselves up some small ladders into Oathsworn soldiers while Fian champions fire at them is not gonna go well. I think the right side has completely fallen. I don't think they're gonna breach. I'm gonna take command of the ballista again and assist with the left side, because that seems to be where the problem is right now. The right side, I'm not concerned about. I think we've defeated them. Just hold formation, men. Do not allow the enemy to breach our ranks. We will soon win this battle. And the enemy are retreating. We have defeated the Empire soldiers. 1,500 Empire soldiers taken down by 400 of Britannia's elite. We did it, men. We stood as one and we defeated the enemy. I keep saying it, but all you need in your army is Fian champions. They took down nearly 500 enemies. We managed to take down 100, but I mean, that wasn't really due to my combat skill. That was due to having a ballista and having rocks at my disposal. And then, to go along with some archers, just get some Oathsworn soldiers. They're almost indestructible when they just stand there in their heavy armor and giant shields. Caladog, my friend, I thank you for coming to our aid, but you are no longer needed. We have defeated the Empire, and if anything, I advise you travel east and assist the men. The Sturgeons are up to something, my friend, but we are going to retreat for now. Oh no, the Sturgeons made it in time. I just got a notification that a lot of Battanian lords were captured and we're no longer sieging the castle. We couldn't save everyone. We managed to defeat the Empire, but we had to allow Sturgia the victory. Damn them. Damn them all. I think this may be some kind of new record for us. 50,000 gold in prisoners, but sadly, we're not going to accept that offer. We're going to have to go to the keep, we're going to have to go to the dungeon, we're going to have to donate some prisoners, and we are going to have to lock up all of these enemy lords. It does mean overall we'll get a lot less ransom loot, so we won't make as much gold. We'll have to take a look how much that actually impacts us, but I imagine it's going to go from about 50,000 to something like 10,000. But we have to lock them up. I would ransom them, but they're just going to rebuild an army and they're going to come back stronger. The fact that there's two enemies we're fighting right now means that we have to lock people up and delay them from rebuilding armies for as long as possible. But we'll donate those, and then we'll go back to the tab. Oh my god, I thought we'd get at least 10,000. I didn't realize they made up 46,000 of the reward. I hope the Battanians remember this day, the day where I turned down 46,000 gold. But to be honest with you, I'm not too mad because the battle loot we made was a bit insane. I mean, take a look at this. We have horse armor that is worth 24,000 gold. So we're not even going to be able to sell it all here right now. While we're doing a trip around the settlements to sell that battle loot, we should probably do a little bit of recruiting as well. We've lost about 25 soldiers in the army, so we should get some fresh recruits in and start training them up. And hang on a minute. Is there just one guy in the mountain all alone? What's going on? Why are you all the way up there in this kind of weather, my friend? Is the poor guy suffering from frostbite? Are his feet frozen and he has nowhere to go? Never mind. As soon as we got near, he's now running for his life. I don't blame the guy. If 200 people suddenly started running after you, I'd probably run for my life as well. I'm just trying to check if you're okay, my friend. We don't want to hurt you. Okay, we're probably scaring him to death right now, and hang on a minute. The Vlandians have just declared war on us again. Why does this cycle go on and on and on? You know what? This is it. This is the moment we've been waiting for. If I take a look quickly, there are no lords, or actually there are a few lords. They're all mercenaries and they don't really have a lot of soldiers. But maybe I team up side by side with the rats and take down Vlandia. Currently, here's a quick breakdown of everything that's going on. We're at war with the Northern Empire. We're at war with Sturgia. We're at war with Vlandia. We have rebels up here that I didn't even realize existed. I kind of missed that pop-up. So we're at war with 3 different kingdoms and some rebels. We have 2 armies, currently one in Sturgian territory and one on the border between Sturgia and the Empire. They're currently trying to take a castle. Sturgia must be in a war with someone else because that's not us conquering that castle. But we have about 1,000 battalion soldiers in enemy territory. But here's what I'm thinking. I think we assemble the rats. I fight side by side with them, we march west, and we just take down Vlandia once and for all. There's no point keeping this war going anymore. It's just going to go back and forth on repeat non-stop. So if I assemble a mini army, it does mean we'll have to ignore the Empire and Sturgia for now, which may result in us losing territory, because if I'm not there to defend the castles against 1,500 soldiers, we're probably going to lose it. But I think we should accept some losses on the eastern border in order to secure the western border and permanently remove a kingdom from the game. That's got to be the best decision right now. Vlandia has started a war because they think they can take advantage of our current situation, but they underestimated our clan. I don't think they quite realize my hatred for them and the fact that I would abandon every other war across the world in order to eliminate them once and for all. So that is exactly what I am gonna do. But I'm afraid that's all we'll have time for now. So join us next time where I assemble the rat army. We march west and we defeat Vlandia. No matter how long the next video has to be, it will not end until Vlandia is defeated. I promise you that. But as always, a big thank you to the channel members for your continued support, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and until next time, see ya.